Hey, it's Night. And welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Nay, and here we talk about all things looking good, feeling good, and smelling good at mostly reasonable prices. I have quite a bit of very affordable fragrances, some not so affordable. So if any or all of that sounds interesting to you, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the family. So today's video is my top 10 fave fragrances of all time. I'm gonna make 2 honorable mentions. Don't at me. Because this was so hard. So I did this video about, I think, 10 or 11 months ago, almost a year ago. It's night. And welcome to my channel. So today we're going to talk about a topic I have been sitting on for months and months and months and months now. And these are my top 10 current favorite fragrances of all time. Guys, I have 181 fragrances. And I've smelled over 220 fragrances for sure. Maybe even 240, over 240. I've smelled a lot of fragrances. So, yeah, I'm going to declutter coming soon. Anyway, today's video is about my 10 fave fragrances of all time and 2 honorable mentions. So, I'm going to start off with the 2 honorable mentions, because they actually, were in fact on last year's video for 2022 top 10 fragrances of all time, and I really like them still. However, I just don't reach for this one. This is Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. I still really love this fragrance. I still think this is a beautiful fragrance. I just don't think it's for me now. The time of the life that I am in currently is just not one for such a sexy fragrance. This is giving me almost like sex. This is a gourmand scent. So this is like pear, baked pear dessert, but like there's like heavy on like the woody aspects that makes it very upscale. So it's not like just eat me, it's sexy. Yeah. You know when you read that book and it's like he growled in your little books? Yeah, it's given that. I'm just saying, like it's just really lovely. I just don't grab it. This is Burberry Her Eau de Toilette, excuse me. I love this. Only reason I didn't finish it is because I got anxiety about finishing it and not having it in my collection, and I have no business purchasing any rebuys right now. This is the best Burberry Her in the line, in my opinion. The Eau de Toilette is the best. It's this pear, strawberry, fresh, aquatic, sweet, lovely fragrance that I just think is wonderful. The atomizer, did you see that? Just continue and smooth. It's just so gorgeous. It's juicy, it's fresh, it's aquatic without seeming watered down. I believe it is pear and strawberry. Gives it a little bit more zhuzh than just the strawberry that was in the Burberry Her original. Although I do like the original, I like this one more. It's almost like a drink me. Like it's great for spring, summer. If you want to wear this in the fall, you definitely could. I wouldn't wear this per se in the winter, but you could wear this in the fall, layer it with like Casablanca or There's a ton of fragrances. Honestly, the Kayali, the Wedding Silk Santal 36. There's a ton of fragrances you could layer this with. Chanel Coco Noir is that chick. I don't care. I used to get this every so often, like nail polish smell. That's still, and I still loved it. Because it would go away and I would get this immaculate smell. Guys, I don't get that anymore. My nose has definitely developed meaning I can decipher what the heck I'm smelling. Because sometimes when they, you know, all of these are synthetic issues, right, for the most part. So they're trying to recreate a smell. Sometimes it's harder than others. I believe there's 1,000,001 notes in here. But this is like a fresh, spicy, sexy, but not raunchy. Sexy, like sophisticated, almost kind of classy type of scent. Excuse me. I think you could definitely wear this to work. As this dries down on me, I could honestly wear this today. It's bright, and as it dries down, it gets sweeter. Oh no. I literally could never not have this in my collection. I do believe Chanel is a brand as a whole that I really like a lot. There's just something about the DNA. I'm noticing in many fragrance houses, there is a linear DNA throughout their brand. A background, if you will. The essence of it that I'm like, this smells like it would be a Burberry fragrance or a Chanel fragrance or whatever type of fragrance. This is just, I like the line. There's something almost mysterious, but not too mysterious. Like, it's not giving complete dark, but just like maybe the fluffy clouds is floating around it and hiding the face every so often. I don't know, guys. I really enjoy this. The smell of the spiced bright opening dies down pretty quickly, and you keep the spice, and then it starts getting a little sweet. And I feel like, follow me for a second, Catwoman, Princess Tiana, maybe even Belle from Beauty and the Beast, like after she goes through the whole thing with the Beast and like they end up together. It's giving, and I said all of those names because they have similar qualities within them, in my opinion. They're just badass. They are fairly independent in their own right, hardworking, passionate, beautiful, intelligent, amazing, slightly like big different vibes about them than like the average other princess or whatever may have you, spice, or something that just has more to it without getting bogged down. I think Coco Noir is that girl for you. Yeah, anyway, let's get back to it. So that was Coco Noir by Chanel. Love her. Still do. Honestly, decent longevity, decent projection. I get compliments when I wear it. And if I want to get a little more oomph with the compliments, because it is a little complex smell, I will layer it with something sweet. Something basic sweet, or something with a little more zhuzh to her that is sweeter. Like I've layered this with Burberry Goddess, Kayali's The Wedding Silk Santal. I've layered this, adding some creaminess from Fields at Nightfall is nice. I like to layer that with that. These next two were part of this original one, and these battle for my favorite fragrance of all time. Before I even go and say anything, y'all want to put down what the two fragrances are battling for my favorite fragrance of all time down in the comment section below. I'm gonna give y'all a minute here. Let me just all right, you guys, put it down. Gentle Fluidity Gold by MFK. and Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. Back then, last year, 10, 11 months ago, I didn't even have the original. I am now through 2 bottles of Oakshaw's Callan, a smaller bottle of, off this bottle of Andromeda's Moon, Gentle Fluidity Gold, and there's definitely something else. Gentle Fluidity Gold profile is probably one of the most profiles that I have, like, in my collection. I just have quite a few fragrances that smell similar to this, including Commodity Gold. I think it is the less refined version of it. This is almost done, and the only reason it's not done, once again, is because my goal in life isn't to just done off my bottles and just done it. It's to enjoy them. And sometimes I get anxiety and have to pause and leave a fragrance alone, because repurchasing while trying to get other fragrances to review for my channel and, you know, continue to enjoy new fragrances is a lot, guys, okay? Hit the like button if you understand that. But I love this vanilla. This is one of the best vanillas I've ever smelled in my life to this day. I think Oakshaw's Callan is a great dupe, though. This is a little more smooth than Oakshaw's Callan, but Oakshaw's Callan's like 96%. It's very close. 95. It's very close. I will be asking for a re-up of this for my birthday. I'm obsessed. I love this. This piney, sweet, slightly powdery, wispy, almost vanilla is it's sexy in like a classy sort of way. This is also another fragrance I don't really think has any issues mixing with any other fragrance. She's very pretty. She's giving upscale. She's giving classy. She's giving all of that in a bag of chips. It's gorgeous. I think I came on here with a dang like tester sample of this, and I was like, I finished off Callan. I have another Callan coming. Guys, this is one of the best scent profiles to my nose I have ever smelled. Let's move on to Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. I miss this fragrance so much. This is a distant relative to Coco Noir, in my opinion. So, I say that, and I don't want you to think, oh, they gotta be super similar. No. I say a distant relative because it has this spiced quality. I both believe that they have rose in it. I don't think there's pink pepper in Coco Noir, but that spice quality, this is definitely a creamier, thicker, milkshakey type of vibe to it. The dry down gets even sweeter and warms up a little bit. There's just nuances to me that if you like Coco Noir, you might like Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. If you like Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, you might like the dry down of Coco Noir. I do believe Coco Noir to have a little bit more of a roller coaster ride to go through as the fragrance develops. Kayali is a little more simplified. So if I had to say this, right, I would say Coco Noir is like a big cousin to Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, okay? Maybe they share one side of the family, whatever, but they could roll together. Like, even just looking at the bottles, they look like they chill. They look like they go to the same spots. They look like they are different fonts, maybe the same color, different fonts, different size, but like same color. Like, I just think the more I look at the bottles, the more I feel like they just stand very nice together. They do layer pretty well together. I go heavier on the Coco Noir, lighter on the Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. In the early fall, heavier on the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, lighter on the Coco Noir in the winter. I love, Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper is a creamy, very creamy, delicious, sweet rose milkshake with some spice in it. I miss this fragrance so much. There's something very feminine about it, but also badass, but also sweet, but also like sexy, but it's a refined without being refined. I'm not sure how else I would describe that. Like, it is not quite upscale, but it's not for the regular, like, it's not just regular either. Like, it's somewhere in between of that. Like, I'm here. You're gonna notice I'm here. Maybe it's like a star. Like, it's not just a regular person, but she's not like old money, but she's got money. Does that make sense? If it does, hit that subscribe button. All right, I just really like this. I think it's just a great fragrance, and I have gotten compliments for sure with this fragrance, and I think it's different enough that niche people could possibly like this fragrance. This might have been actually my gateway rose fragrance that makes me have the ability to like other rose fragrances like I do. But yeah, that's Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. And I believe, oh, there's one more that I had on there last year that I have on here this year. This almost didn't make it, but I had to put it on here. This is Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche. Guys, the bottle last year I believe was halfway. This is more than halfway, and it's not done for the same reason that MFK is not done. I just can't with the repurchasing of stuff, so I just try to calm down. Chanel. This is amazing. This is a citrusy, woody, like musky type of smell. I wore this a lot to the gym. I've worn this out to eat. I've worn this on the day-to-day to go pick up groceries, go play with my well, when they were little. Now they're like toddlers, but when they're like fake toddlers, I consider the fake toddler age at like 1, because they're not like babies, but they're not really toddlers either, because they're still fairly useless. Like, they're still learning how their feet work. They're still learning how to do everything. Like, my kids are like toddlers. Like, they run and jump and crawl and climb things and ask for things, and we're doing leap pad. Like, that's a toddler-ish. So this is when they were little for me, how much I wore this. I love this smell. It's classy, it's refined, but it's not too upscale that I can't wear this on a day-to-day, that I don't think you could wear this on a day-to-day. I think you most definitely could. For sure. I have. Okay? Doing regular mom stuff. I could see someone running around with her kids, bringing them to soccer practices, meets, so I'm wearing that smell. I've had many people comment on my smell. I also think Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche works well with my natural smell. So like, for example, sweating and stuff, it mixes very well with my natural scent. So I'm not sure if it's the muskiness in there, if it's the woody, if it's a citrus, or if it's a combination of all of that. But I definitely know that a lot of citrus fragrances don't last very long. That one does on me. And it's very projecting, very loud. Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper also lasts a really long time on me. I've seen people talk about it on YouTube and say, oh, it's not that long lasting. That's amazing to me, because Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper and Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche, quite literally, you smell me hours and hours later. I'll have 4 hours later be going out to eat, and someone will be like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. And I'm like, oh, you smell me? Oh yeah, you stepped in there and filled up this whole room. And I'm like, ooh, wow. So everybody's skin is different. So when you hear fragrance reviews, literally take it with a grain of salt, because everybody's skin is so different, and your body chemistry might not like certain fragrances. Certain fragrance notes, excuse me. So keep all of that in mind. So now we're gonna be moving on to fragrance. Okay, this is like an in between. Like, I didn't mention it, but I kind of did. So last year I had talked about the original. I still love the original. However, this is the one that I feel like, I don't know, it's either one, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, is a fave. So original C or the C Intense in 2021 edition. This is just a boozier, thicker version of the original. It's giving almost like slightly wine or maybe like a sweet rum or not a rum. Maybe like I don't know, maybe like a sweet wine. It's boozy, it's sexy, it's beautiful. I love this smell. I'm not gonna spray it on myself because I already have like 4 fragrances on, but I adore this. I adore the original, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I will be rebuying the original. I have to be very stingy because you can just get it for such a good price these days, so I don't mind picking that up. But I left a little bit left in there just so I can still have it for now. And I have zero qualms about spraying this, especially now that we're about into like the rainy season. We're cooling down. You can definitely spray this and be a-okay. This boozy, almost red wine, sweet, sexy, but not raunchy. And you notice, I mean, I have some raunchy sexy, but like ones that I could wear more often than not. And this is 100 ml. I've had this for about a year now, and I don't really wear this in the heat, so this is about to be the season where I start spraying this. It has decent longevity and great projection. Usually to smell this, but I would say this is not the most long lasting on my skin. It's decent, like 6 hours, 7 hours. On clothes, just like most of these fragrances I'm talking about today, I'll smell it for weeks. If I don't wash it, I end up washing my clothes before then, but it's been like a whole week of like me coming back to something like, wow, I can't wear this today because the scent I want to wear is gonna clash with the scent on the clothes. And this is one of those things. Super nice. A designer fragrance, I think is perfect. I think is beautiful, and this is not like a crazy expensive. It definitely is more up there, but it's not giving Parfums Marley. Okay? Excuse me. Some of these prices are crazy. Speaking of a crazy price, okay? I almost did not place this fragrance on here because I don't have the full size, and I have zero intention of ever owning the full size at full price. If I can find it for like 200, the low 200s, I will snatch it up so fast. But this brand is always excluded from sales when I look. But my husband was like, I don't think you'd be being real if you didn't put this in your favorite fragrances, because you do wear it a lot and you really like it. And it's almost done, and I want it. Like, I want it again, and I have to figure out what I'm gonna do, because I hate niche brands sometimes because they're just so uninclusive. I don't like people that don't try to include people. Why don't you sell 10 mLs? And I don't understand, why don't you sell 1 ounces? I don't get that. It doesn't make sense. And for the freaking highway robbery you sell your fragrances for, you can afford to make 1 ounce bottles and then sell that ish for $180. People are gonna buy it if they want the niche fragrance. What am I talking about? I'm sorry, I got really heated. Mind games. This specifically is Blockade. Guys, I literally only need 2 to 3 sprays of this. If I spray more than 2 to 3 sprays of any Mind Games, basically, I'm dying. I have a headache. I don't feel good. I just can't. But I adore this fragrance. I've gotten into mango scents, mango flesh, like I have a few mango fragrances I really like. But this is top tier. I'm so pissed they don't have a 1 fluid ounce, and I adore their bottles. I adore this travel size. I can't even buy this little. What is this? I don't even think this is 10 ml. Y'all not gonna even tell me what this is? This is 8 ml. This isn't even 10. Y'all can't just sell the 8 ml. Why are you like this? I love this fragrance so much. I am not going to spend $400 on smelly water. I'm so sorry. I know that there are people out here who have no qualms about doing that. I'm super happy for you. But I have 3 under 3, 1 income household. $400 for some freaking liquid is insane. It's insane and unreasonable. that you wouldn't have two freaking sizes. The only other size they have is a 2 ml. This is my face at that 2 ml. Sell a 10 ml for $60 if that makes you sleep better at night. Sell it. I'ma buy it. I'ma buy it. Sell a 1 ounce for $180, $170. I'ma buy it. This is $380, $385. This is $400 after taxes. Please stop playing with me. That is not disco something. Their bottle, which is a big bottle, but like I don't even need 100 ml per se, to be honest with you. I wanted 1 ounce of that exact bottle that they have. It's so pretty, and it's luxe, and it's beautiful, and the juice. Let's get into the juice. This is a ripe, bright mango with like green textures. There's almost something wine about this without actually having a wine smell. Like, you know how there is how do I describe a wine smell without when you go to ferment the wine, right? And then you get like and then you go and clear out any of the excess like sediment or whatever inside of it, and you get this pureness of this bottle of wine, and then you let it sit on an edge. It's like they did that with mango instead of grapes. It's so lovely and bright and sweet, but tart and green, and this is truly amazing. I love this. If I were to get married again, like my husband and I think we're like about to be 5 years together. Let's say at a 10 year, I would wear this and we go like renew our vows. This would be my scent. And I want everyone to smell me. I want all of y'all to come up and say, I smell good. Guys, it's tropical. It's classy. It's upscale. It's sexy. It's pretty. It's beautiful. It's rich. It's but without being dense. It's such a nice fragrance. And I'm so sorry I'm so heated about this, but I just feel really passionate about everyone having the right to smelling good. And no dupe houses that I have come across, and my dupe video is coming, guys. I finally finished my notation so I can start recording. It has to be in 3 parts. It's just too many. I have like 13 dupe houses, but none of those dupe houses that I found so far have a dupe for this fragrance. Not even Dua that I've seen so far, and it vexes my soul because I think it makes me wonder if they're paying dupe houses not to put out their scent profile. Like, this is so gorgeous. I mean, I also just want the original, to be completely honest with you. But I would buy a dupe that's going to be, say, 90-95% close and have it until they drop a 1 ounce or they drop a 10 ml. I don't know. Or I might just, like, mess around and... Can I untwist this? Yes, I can. Might just mess around and buy 3, 4... 2 mls and pour them in here. Mind games, please. I love this so much. Sorry. Moving on. Sorry, I had to. This is Coco Mademoiselle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what's crazy is this wasn't in my top 10 favorite fragrances of all time last year. I'm not sure why. I adore this fragrance. I think this is another scent profile that I have a couple of that I just enjoy. This is an easy grab, fruit patchouli type of smell. The patchouli is strong in this. It's a fruity patchouli smell, and it lasts forever and a half. I love this. Like, I love this. I think it's like a sparkling, fruity patchouli, but the patchouli is like a fresh patchouli. There's nothing dirty or weird about this. It's definitely a little, people say this is mature. I don't really get mature, but the patchouli is definitely some other-ish. If you don't like patchouli, you can't rock with this, but at all. But I really love this. If you wanna start liking patchouli, maybe get like a small decant of this and smell it every couple days, like couple times a week, because this is amazing. I don't have anything else to say. I think that Coco Mademoiselle is something that is very popular amongst people who know what fragrance is. My grandmother also wore this a lot, so I think I also have that link to her, and that's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. I love this. There's just something easy about it. There's something, even just the average consumer, people who I don't know, or people I just met, or people I be in the presence of who don't have a ton of fragrance, maybe they have a couple, will comment on my scent when I wear this. When I want to sweeten her up a little bit, I put a little vanilla 28. If I feel like perhaps patchouli might bother some people, I'll wear this and layer with vanilla 28. This also layers extremely well with the Kayali, the Wedding 6-7-36, although everything basically layers well with that. But if I want to tone down the patchouli a little bit, I make this my base and then coat myself in that, and I still get the wondrous DNA that is Coco Mademoiselle. I don't think I'm gonna ever be without this DNA. I mean, preferably the actual brand juice, but most definitely at minimum the DNA. Let's wrap this up. I have 2 more fragrances to go. This is Delina La Rose. I also have it in the Juliana Perfumes version. Let me show you that one too. Quite literally, there's no way I'm gonna be without this fragrance. I don't know if I'm gonna, my husband bought this for me. I don't know if I'm gonna rebuy the original. It's very expensive. It's almost $200, and this is 1 fluid ounce. Excuse me. I think I'm just going to savor this for the next 2 years. I'm not even joking. When I say that, I mean I'm gonna keep rebuying the Juliana's one, and I drown myself in the Juliana's one, and I give myself a couple sprays of this. Yes, I've had a few times where I just drown myself in this, and I love it, but I'm, being smarter about it and just using that, and then giving myself a couple sprays of this. This is a green, youthful rose with some like aquatic features and some sweetness sprinkled in there. This is absolutely beautiful. This is another fragrance that just makes me love, like, starting to really like the scent of rose. Like, it's not old, it's not mature, it's not like coffin. Like, it's beautiful, it's fresh, it's pretty. It's a pretty girl scent. It's also, I think, the clean girl aesthetics. Women would wear something like this. It's not heavy. I do think you could wear this year round. Just know that it's just not going to give as much in the cold weather. It's definitely a spring summer scent, but I think you could wear this for sure. So was that at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Did I say YSL Libre? This also, funny enough, was not on my one, guys, last year. I love this. I love a lavender scent, though. It's a bright lavender, and it dries down, and it's a little sweet, too. It's always interesting to me that because there's a specific note in fragrance, some people just say it smells masculine as a whole. There's too much sweetness in here, in my opinion, for this to be masculine. I do think a man could wear this. I mean, you can wear what you want, how much of it you want to wear. But I feel like this is more of a, oh no, this is sexy. This is shmoney. I feel like I talked about it. But last one. This is Club de Nuit Imperial White by Armaf. Guys, this is Delina exclusive, Delina relative. Guys, I love this. And I love that this was like 60, 70 bucks for 105 mLs. This is creamy, whipped, like it's like a whipped icing, sweet white icing with this rose and a pinch, just like a squeeze of the lychee. It's not giving too tart. It's just enough that it cuts through the sweetness. And I'm noticing I really like that scent profile, like Hufflepuff and Acro Bake, where it has this brightness in it, and then this like delicious, creamy, like edible gourmand scent. Sexy. I've gotten, this is for this year, one of my most complimented scents of this year. And this is 100 ml, and I'm already here. And I got this year. And I had to put this in my favorite of all time. I have zero intention of being without this. but I can't wear this in heavy heat. So just because someone says something is their favorite of all time doesn't mean that they wear it all the time. It simply means that they love what they wear. They love to smell it. But this rose, this like gourmand with non-gourmand touches just seems to be something that I really love. Whether it's a rose touch to it, like a floral touch to it, or spice touch to it, or a green touch, that does a lot of stuff for me as a whole. Kind of let me know your top 5 to top 10 fragrances of all time for this year. We all are human. We reserve the right to have our opinions change. We grow, we change, we develop as time goes on. And if God blesses me with continuing to be able to grow and develop and age, I'm sure my tastes are going to change. Some of them, as you saw, at least within a year, have not changed. So thanks so much for watching this long ass video. If you reach the end of this long ass video, go ahead and leave me a little dolphin emoji to let me know you came to the end, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.
It's got its name. Look good, feel good, smell good, have a great